You've been living life so reckless, tragedy endless. Welcome to the family.
Hey guys, Simple Star here, and today I'm with my buddy Korin O'Keefe, and today we are doing Finn versus Saitama, the real truth. Cause we both underestimated Finn the last time we did it on the Rod Riders podcast, and now we're gonna do it yet again and break down why Finn actually demolishes Saitama in any or most of any circumstance. So yeah. Now the why I said most of any is because we are yet to know Saitama's full power, and we don't know if he could, seasons later he might get bugs. So yeah, that's why I said that. But besides that, I'm gonna break down why Saitama literally has no chance against Finn the Human. So without further ado, I'm gonna start with the stats. Now first of all, Finn was able to defeat primordial beings that existed before time, space, and nothingness even existed, giving him a degree of immeasurable speed. And not only that, but he is able to defeat these monsters who are anywhere from universal plus to even higher degrees, even multiversal beings. He has been casually able to defeat these monsters like the Lich, and he has been able to defeat Hunson Abadir. He has been able to defeat Orgolorg. And the thing is, not only can he beat and actually fight against these monsters, but he can actually blitz them. So you could argue his speed would be higher. So you could say a high degree of immeasurable speed, and could basically just blitz all of these characters easily. He's been able to easily, even sometimes going as far as to one-shotting these characters, just like he did with Lich or Orgolorg. And has even been able to damage Hunson Abadir and whooped Magic Man, who can gain a large amount of magic power from the imagination, which is basically the multiverse itself. So yeah, Finn is pretty strong and pretty fast. And he's just way superior to Saitama, like infinitely, and even arguably infinite above infinities above Saitama. Now, for Finn's magical abilities, there's multiple hacks that would devastate Saitama, such as soul manipulation, casuality, and he's also been able to I can't pronounce that. Damn it. He has transmutation resistance. He has been able to use electricity. He can become intangible, invisible. He can teleport, and he can rewrite the story itself. So yeah, very overpowered. Finn has just too many hacks that could work on him. I'm not gonna go over the entire list of hacks, but you get the gist. It's basically he's just too, his abilities are too overpowered for Saitama to even try to handle at all in any way level, any physical, mental, or spiritual level. He's just on a whole new level and would just completely body Saitama in any way, shape, or form. He just demolish him. So yeah, that's all for Finn. And now I will leave my my fellow YouTuber over here, Korin O'Keefe, to go over Saitama stats. So yeah guys, that's it for my part.
Now Saitama, the caped bald badass himself, is normally able, as we know, he's able to one-shot most opponents. Now most of these opponents he one-shots are around city level, city level threats, keep in mind. But if we're talking about his most impressive showing thus far, it was when he had to resort to using his serious punch, albeit still somewhat holding back, obviously, but nonetheless, he had to use a serious punch, in which his serious punch countered and overpowered a blast that was specifically said was going to wipe away the surface of the earth, which is easily multi-continent level. So Saitama could deflect and counter a multi-continent level blast with his serious punch while still somewhat holding back. And he was also able to defeat Goro, or the human monster, you could say, who has been stated to be comparable to Lord Boros in terms of stats, and even having an advantage in close quarters combat, as stated by the author himself. And I'll leave a link to these statements and interviews down below for you badasses to go check out. So Saitama, with somewhat no effort, was able to take out two characters who can be classified as multi-continent level life forms in terms of their destructive capability or striking strength, attack potency. Obviously Boros is destructive capability. Obviously Goro would be more along the lines of his attack potency. He has that enough force to equal multi-continent level punches, you could say. Now, in terms of durability, his durability should be around these same levels, multi-continent. I mean, he was able to take hits from Lord Boros. Obviously, he punched away with his own body this attack that could obliterate multi-continents, multiple continents of the earth. So his durability should be roughly that. Now, it is worth noting, Boros did do a little damage to Saitama. Like, it is verbatim stated right here on the panel. He actually did take a little bit of damage. So that's proof he actually can take damage from people who are somewhat relative to his level. Now, as for speed is a little tricky, but there's some things to go over. Now, the most impressive thing I've found is he actually could react to a rock that was being thrown at sub-light speed, like near the relativistic to the speed of light. Saitama looked at this rock as a bad joke in his eyes, implying he himself is definitely more along the lines of light speed on the dot, seeing as he thinks something near light speed is a bad joke in his eyes. And again, I'll leave that link down below. You can check that out. I would say, since we really can't say 110% how much faster he is, it is safe to say he is at least the speed of light on the dot. As for special abilities or skill, now Saitama really doesn't have skill per se. Now, he did train after breaking his limiter, but not in martial arts per se. And he doesn't really have any signature, special blast or any kind of special powers either. He does have his serious punch, his consecutive punches, normal punches, his serious table flip. You get the gist. And it is worth noting, he does actually have decent resistance actually to Tatsumaki's telekinesis. Now, what does that mean? Well, she has shown country level of kinetic energy with her telekinesis. Like, she has performed country levels of energy and performances with her telekinesis. So that being said, Saitama does have pretty good resistance to telekinesis, at least on a country level, you could say. So yeah, overall, Saitama is consistently planet level, consistently around the speed of light, maybe a little faster, has pretty good resistance to country level telekinesis, and really doesn't take much serious. So at the end of the day, I think it's pretty clear at this point to see Finn the human does actually destroy Saitama. Finn literally goes up against and consistently bodies primordial monsters that existed before the concepts of time and space did, and before the nothingness that predates time. Not only that, there's just so much more consistency behind Finn the human actually being on this universal plus, possibly much higher level. If you really want to go there, you could get him up to low multi, even multiversal plus. But just as a safe low ball, this dude is consistently universal plus and has a very good degree of immeasurable speed. So with that being said, we both agree here, Saitama gets absolutely destroyed. He gets blitzed, and Finn actually could solo the verse. And that's actually the conclusion of Saitama versus Finn the Human, the real truth. Hope y'all enjoyed it for what it actually was. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Go subscribe to Amy, aka Rosalina, aka Simple Star, whatever you want to call that badass. So always have a blessed day, folks. Peace. Oh, and I'll leave links down below if you all want to go check anything out evidence-wise. Peace.